So I have a passion for accessibility in gaming that started with my son Nicholas had a relatively rare form of muscular dystrophy. So that was the first time that accessibility really touched my life, in that you've got this toddler who can't play with the normal toddler toys. You know, there was nothing wrong with his mind, it's just his body was declining. So you can't just give him the little stacked up little donut things or a wooden spoon in a pot. Like, he couldn't do those things. So it became a real challenge to find toys or anything that would stimulate his mind and keep him happy and busy, but that he was physically able to manipulate. So that's when that kind of started for me. Years later, my brother who gave me COVID, joined the board of directors.
We have lots of loved ones who gave us COVID. I'm not sure, not sure who did it. It wasn't my family, but I think my loved ones at the company were a little bit, I think I gave it to someone else at the company too. It spreads. Yeah. It spreads.
It's not even stranger danger anymore. It's like people you know. Anyway, my brother joined the board of directors for the Starlight Foundation, which is an offshoot of Make-A-Wish. Starlight Foundation was all about building like game rooms in hospitals where kids could go and play video games or just regular games. From there, I studied more about it, and I found out that people who are playing games, particularly video games, they heal faster, they require less medication. And it all kind of fed back to what I went through with Nicholas. And I'm like, once I got into the game industry, I felt like I really had a platform and could build a network of people who could help me on my crusade, and more charities.
And when you started, it was one of those things that I think a lot of people now, the idea of accessibility in games is, I would say, I don't want to say rote because it's still a thing to be fought for, but like Microsoft has an accessibility controller, for God's sake. Like, they've done things that is light years ahead of where it was. But at the time we're talking about, even before like Child's Play charity existed.
That was the first one that I became involved with. Yeah. And I learned about Child's Play about the same time that I read that article on 1UP where you had written about, you know, how you felt about people saying that violence was caused by video games. And you're going, no, that's not it.